What is up, guys? Sub-Zerek here. I am back for another coaching session. As always, if you're interested in getting coaching, just check the link in the description down below for live sessions, which is like me actually talking to you in a call. VOD reviews, which is what this is. You get 10% off vol bookings if you're a Twitch sub, and 10% off if you buy more than one session. There's also training plans, which are like big bundles of session if you're interested in getting a bulk amount of sessions at a bulk rate. That being said, let's get into the VOD review. This is the same student from the most recent coaching session. So last time there's some issues with Augment selection, I would say is the biggest thing. This game, they said, would want to know the thought process on when to level/roll during late game with excess HP. I love this question. I feel like it is at the heart of just TFT in general. I feel like it's actually so important to know when to roll, when to level, how much gold to spend to stabilize, and how that decision is impacted by your HP, your gold, and your board strength. So we'll go over all of that when we get there, but let's start with the early game broad start. I love it. Olaf plus Lee Sin. I don't really super care for either of those. I don't even hate this, but I would wait. I'd probably field the two Sejuanis. I just generally like fielding pairs of units, just in case, like, say we have to sell our entire bench here. So what's our bench gold? Like 7? Like, say we get like 3 gold here, and we can sell our bench and make 10. I would much rather play either the Sejuani pair or the Senna pair, so that we can then potentially sell our entire bench for 10 and keep the pair. Whereas if we do this, then it's much more awkward to sell our whole bench, right? If we get 3 gold, we don't really want to. So that's that. I don't really care that much for any of these item holders. I'm okay with selling Olaf as well, but I would have waited to see what we got off minions first. Because, like, you know, if we get a Diana off minions, okay, maybe we're going to play a Scale Scorn game. Even if I don't think Scale Scorn are that good, if you get an Olaf plus Diana start, then, like, you're probably... It's quite possible that you're playing it, depending on items. So I would just wait. The second we see this giant spell, we can sell the Olaf and Bio Chop. I'm fine with that. I like Lee Sin as well. Potential Dragonmancer. Like I've said before, I am in love with Karma. Unit's so good. New tile, man. Nope, no clue. No clue what that means. Okay. So by the Vladimir pair, I like playing the Sejuani pair. Like I said, there's still Lilia, which seems like a quite reasonable buy with the Sejuani pair. We have to figure out what we're doing here, right? With our gold. I'm pretty... Like, these are fine pairs and all, but, like, we have a potential Morelos to slam, or it could just be Sunfire for frontline. But I definitely want to pick up this Lilia. And I also really, really, really like Jade. So I'd probably try to pick up this Tarek as well. The only issue is that to do that, we'd have to sell these pairs. You can also just make the argument to sell Lee Sin, buy these two. And you could also buy Ezreal, right? There's the opportunity to sell all of these and buy these 3. I don't really like... I mean, I don't really like Astrals that much right now, but it does make the most sense to hold these if you want to play an Astral game. I would probably just lean towards what I think is strong, which is like selling these and buying these. But it is, you know, it would feel bad to sell these pairs, but I would almost certainly do it just because I think Astrals are not that strong right now, and I think Elisa and Ezreal plus Dragonmancer Jade opener is like really good. So yeah, Cyber Shell, Band of Thieves, and Preparation. I mean, it's either Cyber Shell or Band of Thieves. We don't really have anyone who really holds Band of Thieves that well, so I'm fine with Cyber Shell here. It can be like a Morelos plus put a Chain Vest somewhere, slam, or it could even be a Sunfire slam depending on what we hit. So I think Shell's fine. The only downside with the Shell is that a lot of people are playing AP comps right now, so. But I don't think it's ever Preparation. Yeah, I think Shell's good. All right, we hit Senna too. All right, so let's make our strongest board here. This looks fine. I would play another Sejuani over the Vlad, right? Because she gets Cavalier bonus, whereas the Vlad gets absolutely nothing. But outside of that, I think the board looks good. Yeah, I'm down to Slamorellos, actually, here. I think the item is so good. Even, and disclaimer, these games were recorded on patch 12.14. The B patch just came out today with some nerfs to Morellos, some of the 10-cost dragons, a small amount of stuff. But, you know, I'm going to coach this as if it were the last patch because it was. So I'm not going to be like, oh, Morelos got nerfed, so you shouldn't take Morelos here because it, you know, this is in the past. Even then, I think Morelos is still a good slam. I think the patch hasn't changed all too much. Okay, now with Vlad too, I'm completely fine playing this Vlad. I think this board looks fine. There's also Jinx that we should look at potentially playing. That we should, like, definitely look at playing. I mean, the only opportunity to play it is to sell Vlad here. I'm actually okay playing this for a round, and then buying the Jinx here, and then potentially playing it next round. The Discord sound effect is coming from the video, by the way, but I like having the very slight audio. It's kind of nice, kind of tactile. But yeah, I mean, I do really like playing around 2-star units, so I would hold the Vlad. But we definitely need to pick up this Jinx. Over, I would say, this pair. Ooh. I mean, we're carrying a Senna, right? No reason to not hold the Jinx. That's a bit sad. It's okay. The Jinx comes back, I guess. Is this a stronger frontline? I mean, Bruisers in general is quite good. The issue is just I don't really like Olaf as a frontliner. I just don't think this unit actually frontlines that well. Guess you could make the same argument about Lilia. Very afraid of this Jinx here, but I mean, we're holding so many units now that we can't level. It's an interesting spot. You do have to think about your early game here, definitely, and what you can do. So, okay, there are a few considerations, right? One, Bruisers make a lot of sense with Cannoneers, right? They have the synergy with Tahm Kench and Jinx. So, in an ideal world, you would always play a Bruiser start with Cannoneers. So, that makes sense. How much gold do we have on bench right here if we were to play this board right now? 3, 6, 8, 9. 9 gold. So, it's not possible to buy the Jinx and double level here and play for win streak. If it was, I would kind of like to, right? Because these are all 1 cost except for this, right? So, yeah, that's 9 gold, yeah. So that being said, I mean, surely if we win here, we definitely pre-level. I'd like to buy the Jinx. It's just like this Nidalee pair I feel like is pretty fake. I don't even feel that bad of getting out of the Vladimir. Like, one possibility is we sell our entire bench except for the Sejuani, sell Vladimir, buy Jinx double level. Because that is going to give us, I mean, sure, that's enough gold, right? 9, 10 gold, and then we buy Jinx double level and play the Sejuani and the Jinx. Sejuani is going to give us guild for our entire team. Jinx is going to give us Cannoneer. I think that's the route I would take. One thing you have to do is just scout the lobby. If it's a relatively weak lobby, then you can definitely make that play and just play for 4 streak out of here. If there's someone else who's really strong, then okay, I can live playing this board and not playing for win streak. But we have a good item slammed. We have a good augment. We could get a really nice synergy in. So that's I would just play it that aggressively because I think our board's pretty good. And I don't want to make, I mean, I'd like to make 10, but I think holding the Jinx, I mean, that's the next unit that we're going to play. So yeah, I wonder if we win this fight. Looking kind of close. But yeah, I do like the Vlad here, just because he's a 2-star unit. Oh my god. Okay, nice. But I don't really like ignoring the Jinx when you have a Senna. I don't understand that, really. Maybe you're thinking about playing more towards Rage Wing, but still. I mean, she's also a Cannoneer, right? So we have the Giant Spelt. No, we have the Chain left over. So, Cloak could be good. I'm down for Titans here. Titan seems pretty good. And then we could play towards, like, that plays very straightforward into, like, a Jade game or even a Mirage game. I don't know if we check the Mirage. It's probably not going to be relevant this game, so I'm not going to go back 10 years and make sure. But, you know, the Mirage could definitely matter here. 4 Bruiser is certainly stronger than Vladimir here. Yep. The only fear here is if we're going to have enough damage. Pairs are amazing, but 4 Bruiser is, like, doubly amazing. It's just so strong early. Yeah, I would definitely play 4 Bruiser over the Vlad. Or not pairs, but, you know, 2-star. I always call 2-star units pairs for some reason. Also, we have Cyber Shell, which makes Bruiser even more valuable because tank stats, like Armor and Amar synergizes with HP. The more HP you have, the more effective the same 20 armor is going to be. Looks like we end up winning anyway. I'm just so, like, surely we're not going to ignore the Tristan in our shop, right? I don't get this. I don't get why you hate Cannoneers so much. Like, this could even just be a Cannoneers game. Morelos isn't the most straightforward slam for Cannoneers, but you can still make use of it really well late game with Sona. We finally bought a Jinx. Okay, it's lit. If we sold the Vlad for the Skarner here, are we making income? 7, 8, 9, 10? Oh, yeah, definitely. So, yeah, we should definitely make income here. I don't understand. Oh, we don't really need to hold the Brahms. Yeah, I would say, like, honestly, you can just play strong board this game into, like, maybe a quirky game if you hit, like, stuff that's really good for Cannoneers. I think a Mirage game could work. I think a Jade game could work. Um, the only thing is it's a bit awkward to transition to a Mirage with no Leona. But, like, you can always still just play 4 Mirage. Like, late game Leona's coming out, so you can make it work. And, like, in a similar fashion with Jade, but the nice thing about Jade is, like, normally you just play 6 Jade, Gyu, Anivia, and then the 2 shapeshifters, Gnar and Nico. Surely you can hit a Gnar on level 7, so you don't really need, like, the Karma, the Taric to play Jade. So, yeah. We should definitely make 10 here as well. It's, I don't see a reason to hold a lot of these units. Yeah, I think it's totally fine to make 10 here, and I would have preferred to play the Skarn over the Vlad because it's just stronger board, and Vlad needs to come out. Look at all these pairs. I mean, they're like 18th Senna that we've seen. But yeah, I mean, it's 4 Bruiser here, and then our level 6 is just going to be Jinx, and hopefully we can find a Tom Kench along the way, and then our board's really strong. One thing that we could do here, I don't know if you're ever thinking about actually playing Olaf, but you can put Olaf over here, so that the 2 Krugs end up hitting him. Like, you start the fight with the Olaf right here. The 2 Krugs hit him, kill him, give you the extra 5 AD. Looks like we're not playing Olaf this game, but there's no harm to do it, right? You should always do that if you're playing an Olaf at Krugs. Another Sejuani. Yeah, I'm interested to see what we end up playing late game here. What was your comment this game? Oh, about going level 8 or level 9 or something like that. Quicksilver? Or Thief's Gloves? Gargoyles? I don't hate TG Gargoyles, personally. Yeah, it looks like you're trying to play towards Ragewing. Okay, I mean, we leveled almost all the way. I mean, at this point, yeah, you would just level for 3 Ragewing. Okay. So yeah, looks like, I don't know, you're really focused on the Ragewing synergy, but I mean, Cannoneer's a great synergy early. Jinx is a great unit early. I would say I'm Gargoyles Thieves Gloves here because we have a 4 streak. I think it's quite important to keep our win streak. I guess what you could do is look at this fight and say, what are the chances of me winning it? And, you know, do I need to slam it? But, like, because, like, you know, Meta TFT says we have an 80% chance of winning. Like, it's not, like, this was a losable fight if fight RNG went differently. I don't need to hold these units. But I'm Kench. I feel like our 4 Bruiser, 2 Cannoneer, 2 Revel board would have looked insane here. So a bit sad that we don't end up playing that. Scorch. I just don't really get how you're playing Ragewing from here. I mean, theoretically it's fine, right? You can just play. The problem is I don't really like Ragewing, which is another reason why it's kind of scuffed to have Ragewing in here when you hit the Augment, because this means that it's possible for you to get Scorch, right? I'm not 100% sure, but I bet you can only get Scorch if you have like 2 Ragewings, maybe 3 Ragewings in. It's just how they like to do, like 3-2 and 4-1 Augments. So I would even be much happier to have Cannoneers in so that you could potentially get a Cannoneer-related Augment, which I think is a lot better than something like this Scorch. Though I haven't actually looked. Let's look at Scorch win rate, actually. Because Shyvana is an insane unit. The problem is that the rest of the Scorch units don't look that good. Okay, so you could. I mean, the thing is, if you hit Shyvana, your board's going to look insane. This is the B patch, so let's look at 1214. I mean, it should be similar, right? 4.34. It's good. It's not a bad augment here. I just, yeah, you have to hit Shyvana, right? If you don't hit Shyvana, this augment kind of blows. If you hit Shyvana, the augment's gonna be great. But I mean, I guess we're playing towards Shyvana this game with the Morello Slam. I guess that's the idea. We are like tunnel vision on playing Shiv this game. Which, I mean, I don't hate that game plan. It's just like, what if you miss Shyvana? And what the hell are we... I mean, now there's nothing to be done. It just has to be it's Shyvana or bust. Okay, and it looks like you're looking to slam TG if you think the fight's going to be close, which is very nice. I like that approach. Because you definitely don't have to slam these items. Did you sell these 2 units and make gold here? Probably. When are we ever even playing Kane? It's not like we're going to play 9 Ragewing late game. You can just sell these. And like the Olaf 2 is going to come out anyway in the future. So yeah. But I mean, we do end up pulling the pair and getting rewarded. But yeah, I don't value the Olaf here that highly. So I would rather just make gold. But it does help us win streak. So it works out. Not bad. Also, we had a Swain too, which is awesome. Okay, another extremely weak board, so we're going to continue our win streak, which is awesome. Okay, I mean, here we can definitely make gold, right? I'd be surprised if we were playing the Kayn late game. Like maybe we're trying to play some 6 Ragewing Xayah board, but I don't know that that's very good. So, yeah. Yeah, I would rather just play a regular board and then put in Shyvana later. But maybe we just try to play 6 Ragewing Xayah. It's glove or glove, so I mean there's a tier, but I don't really want it. The only really buildable thing here is Hodge with tier, so I agree with taking glove Hecarim. And this can be TG Hecarim now, which would be awesome. And then the other glove can be for Xayah. So I guess Hecarim can't really come in over anything right now. Ooh, that is... Wow, what a play. Okay. So we fit Mage in here. When you do this play, you have to be like 100% sure that you're going to win this round. Because if you lose this next round, you lose like, I don't know, one entire like placement at least, maybe. Like, if you can win and continue your win streak, it's amazing. But if you lose and you can't continue your win streak, it's really quite bad. It does get in Mage, which is a huge buff for our team. So I don't hate it. But, I mean, if we're playing the 4 Bruiser variation, but that's in the past. That's in the past. Okay, so hopefully we win. Net TFT, I guess, is a 40% chance of winning, but so far this fight's looking pretty good. We really have to win this. Like, if you go 7 here, have no gold, and then lose... Oh my god, okay. Happened. Whoa, 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 and we should not ever sell the Hecarim there. Just sell one of the extra Sennas, right? We just leave this here, and like I said, like, you're going to play 6 Ragewing. It's going to be Hecarim or Shen. Depends on what the rest of our board looks like. And then always Swain, and then always Xayah, and then always Shyvana as our 6 Ragewing. I don't think we need to play 9, so I don't see a need to hold this. I'd much rather hold a Hecarim, right? The Hecarim can just come in next level and be really good. Okay. Sorry, I just like looked away for half a second. What did we sell? We sold the Silas. Okay. TG. So we can move TG to someone better. Okay. This is fair. What are we putting in? Shioyu. I mean, if you're gonna sell the Silas, yeah. I guess after selling Silas, this is our strongest board. Is it stronger than this board though? To cut these 2 units for Shioyu? I'm not completely convinced that it is. For a 0 item Shioyu, I don't know that this board's any stronger. Moving the TG is kind of nice, I guess. Yeah, I'm not 100%. I don't think this board is stronger than our previous board, so I don't really agree with this swap. It's an interesting idea. I mean, Shoyu's a nice unit, but with 0 items, it's a little bit rough. If we had that Titans that I was talking about slamming early game, then I can see this play being better. But from this spot, not really. I would still sell the Sennas here, make 20. I mean, Recon's on the worst spot. We hit a Xayah, which is awesome. Okay, we are moving the... I don't see the need to move the Morellos here, right? I mean, I guess we can see what happens. I mean, there's no way we're playing Jade units with Scorch. What's this? Oh, that's not bad. Yeah. Okay. This board looks okay, but I really would like to get out of Olaf at this point. And wait, sell the Olaf for the Twitch, right? Or the Ornn for the Twitch, I guess. I think Ornn's just a better unit, though. Because Morello's does work on Swain's auto attacks, right? Yeah, okay, they look like they're burning. Yeah, because it is a spell. It's just there's some things that are wonky with Swain's auto attacks, so I just wanted to make sure it wasn't coded in a weird way. But okay. We should definitely be playing the Twitch here over one of the Bruisers. Probably, I mean, like, use Warrior, but who really cares? You know, Warrior. Scout the lobby here and see how many AD players there are. If there are, like, no AD players, I might just reroll here. It was, like, one guy, I think. I mean, it went through on 2 times speed. Here, I'll slow it down so we can count, actually, how many AD players there are. This is kind of important. mean, it's very important to this decision. But I love that you scouted here. Oh, wait. I need to go further back. When you're scouting. Okay. Because there was one Sin player. Okay. So, Whispers player. Yeah. I mean, they're playing Elise. They're going to pivot into Siphon later. And then there was a person with not a Deja, a Shioyu that was itemized. So that's going to be physical damage. That's 2 AD players, 3 AD players. Was that last person AD player as well? I can only go back in 5-second increments. I'm sorry. You go through I have to pause and unpause to see this. I wonder if, I'd be surprised if you can process how many AD players are in this lobby from tabbing through them this quickly. What is this board going to become, actually? They have no damage items. It looks kind of like I guess it's reroll? They're level 6 with infinite gold. I guess they're rerolling. This is going to be AD as well. So that was 4 people with AD boards? I don't hate taking Shell here, then. It's only that person who had Shyvana and the Mage player, and then there was one more player who had an AP board. So I don't hate Shell here at all. Yeah, I would take Shell here, personally. We reroll. Ascension is good. The other option, I mean, it's not Shimmer Scale Heart at this point in the game. The other option is Second Wind. I'm fine with Ascension here. I mean, it makes sense with Rage Wings, right? They want to, get a bunch of lifesteal, make the fight go really long. Zaya wants the fight to... Nice Zephyr, though. I don't know that you positioned for it, but it worked out. I'm interested to see what you do this game as well. Okay, and so there's question, you had a question about when to level / roll during late game with excess HP. Because, theoretically you could roll down all your gold here if you wanted to, but you don't, because, why would you? You're 92 HP, and you have a good enough board, honestly. Especially, relative to your elo. The higher elo you go, the harder it is to stabilize on certain boards. You need a better board to stabilize later. But, the best indication of how strong your board is how your fights are actually going, and also just looking at other people's boards. This guy's board is fine, but it's a show you one with a bunch of items, so it's not even if we lose this fight, which it looks like we are, we're not gonna get 15 0'd or only 3 unit loss. Yeah, so our board's good enough to not get 10 0'd. We'll see after that. Ooh, Zaya with bow would be kind of nice. We don't really need the bow though. We're looking for either Quicksilver or Hodge. Quicksilver for Zaya. I guess I would just take the Zaya with bow at this point then, man. Yeah, okay, looks good. We can get almost a free... Oh my god, and that's Orin? Okay, so here is a question. Do you want to push levels here, go to level 8 here and then roll it down, or do you want to wait until 5-1 to go 8 and roll? It's an interesting decision, right? We don't actually have that much gold because we went 7 really early and then lost. So we couldn't keep our streak, so we lost a bunch of gold for doing that. So we don't really have enough gold to roll a lot here. I'm completely fine with the game plan to not roll at this spot. I wouldn't level and roll here because we just don't have any gold because we went level 7 earlier. If we had more gold here, say we have 20 more gold, say we're 74 gold here, I think it's correct to go 8 and roll. Just because our boards, I would just want to hit one more thing at this point, honestly, because we have the Ornn too, but we don't really have that much of a carry at this point. Right now it's our Swain 2 dealing a lot of damage. So if I had 20 more gold here, I would level and then roll and try to hit either a Zaya 2, a Shyvana, even something like a Bard or a Soraka, I think would be good enough to spike our board enough that I don't feel bad about sitting here. But because, because we have no gold, I think it's completely correct to not level here. Also because we're 83 HP. You can always greed this out if you want to. So yeah. End up putting Zaya in the corner versus this guy. It doesn't matter so much because Zaya's not really our carry. It's more the Swain. I have to imagine. It says 52% win chance. The Ascension is really nice versus their board, which is so low. They just don't have items. This guy is kind of going 8th, no? Okay, I guess we'll see. Okay, Itis pair. Nice. So, the Itis is going to have to come out later for Shyvana, but That's only if we hit Shyvana. Definitely would build an Itis too. Ooh, I don't agree with this. If we're gonna wait, let's wait until after this, right? Because this is what people call like off interval. Notice how you have 2 XP left over here. Because when we leveled, if you go back just to before we leveled, we the amount of XP we had left is not a multiple of 4 in this situation here. Like right here it's 42. I think this might be after we started pumping XP already. Oh yeah. Okay, so it's like it's 42 to get to our next level. So we have to actually spend 44 gold because you can only buy XP in increments of 4. So we're wasting 2 gold here, basically, by leveling. And it's not like we're in a situation where we need to. Like I would, if you want to level, I'd level here because it's, you know, like on interval. It's not like we have a huge win streak to protect either. But like much more likely, I would just wait until after Treasure Dragon, collect your interest for this round, and get to level on interval. Because now we rolled down all of our gold here and hit nothing. And our board's, it's going to be so hard to cap our board later. And we sold the Itis pair, which I don't really like because, you know, at the end of the day, you just have to play what you hit. Yes, eventually I want this board to be Shyvana, but like, if you don't hit Shyvana, then the board can't be Shyvana. So yeah, I would wait. I would wait one more round, definitely. I mean, yeah, those are great items, actually. Giant Slayer, or I guess it could be Gwinsu's Quicksilver, i.e. Gwinsu's Quicksilver, i.e. is surely best for Xayah. Yeah, that's amazing. Okay, so if you're gonna make this play, because these are obviously, you said these are great Shyvana items. I would roll first before slamming anything, and then if I miss Shyvana, slam the items on Xayah. Because now if we miss Shyvana, we are in a bad spot. And it's level 8, right? We have 4% chance odds to hit a 5 cost. 5 or 10 cost, you know. It is not guaranteed at all with 20 gold that we're going to hit a Shyvana. So I feel like you're playing this game very inflexibly, which, I mean, can work out if you hit, but if you miss, and we'll see how this game goes and see how our placement ends up. We played a strong enough early game that it's unlikely that we're going to bot 4, but I think playing in this way, unless we high roll and hit, makes it so our... That was odd. Makes it so our average placement will definitely like go down. It opens up the possibility of this game being like a 3rd or 4th, when in reality, I mean, from your early game, I can easily see this game being a 1st or 2nd, just because of like, you know, how long we win streaked. I mean, we hit a lot of units, like just naturally the Ornn too. Yeah. But okay. And so we're not gonna roll here. I'm of the I mean, we hit Xayah too, actually. The problem is, like, if we're not rolling here, yeah, I would be much more okay with not rolling here if we had slammed items on Xayah, and then I could say, okay, we can just go level 9. Now, we're carrying a Swain too? I'm just not about it. We're also playing just the world's most random Lulu. If you're going to make this play and slam items on Swain, and you're going to say, okay, I'm 100% playing for Shyvana, I feel like you kind of need a Shyvana. Like, are we not going to lose, like, so many fights here? Getting in Shapeshifter is good. I'm also questioning why this Lulu is in here as well, right? I guess she gives Xayah and Swain attack speed, but I'd rather just play, like, a second Nico or a Hecarim in this position. Maybe you're looking to play Swain through these items, but these are not good Swain items, right? They're actually pretty poor Swain items. Swain really likes like attack speed and like scaling. He loves archangels, like I would say best in slot Swain, depending on your spot. Like what the rest of the comp is: archangels, Gwinsu's, Quicksilver. You can throw a static Shiv in there as well. You can just throw like a Giant Slayer in there as well. But I would say those 4 items: archangels, Gwinsu's, Quicksilver, and static Shiv. Like pick 3 of those, and you'll often be best in slot Swain, or you know, like really good in slot Swain. Okay, so we decide to roll now. I mean, oh my god, we hit the Shyvana. Okay. Okay. I mean, now we're in a great spot. I do feel as though slamming these items with no Shyvana, like, if you were going to do this, I would have personally just rolled down with our 20 gold at 5-1 and tried to see if we hit a Shyvana. I mean, we ended up hitting in, like, 3 rolls, so, you know, it's fine. But yeah, I think this is a very high variance way of playing the game, where you slam items for a unit that you don't have. I mean, yeah, I like taking the Yasuo here with Frozen Heart. Takes the Yasuo pair. Oh my god. Ow. That's not bad. Okay. So, I mean, we're just going to sit here with this board, right, and go level 9. I don't feel a need to roll here, personally, after hitting Shyvana. I think you can just guarantee, like, get first if you just sit with this board. Like, we're 50 HP. If we take, like, 2 really bad losses, then I'll think about it. Like, look at our board. Are we losing fights at all? I don't feel a need to roll here, personally. And I would sell the Swain. We don't need that Swain, right? I mean, make Swain, too. I would honestly just grade the econ and sell it because, like, Swain 1 here, Swain 2, kind of no diff. But I mean, I guess he gets Scorch, Ragewing. Okay, I don't hate holding the Swain. We end up taking it out because we're already playing the Nico, right? So we don't need it. I mean, it depends on what late game version of the comp we play, but I feel like you're always playing Swain just because he's a free. Okay, we end up selling it anyway, so why didn't we sell it last turn for econ? He's a free shapeshifter. If we can level and just add like a Gnar here, but cut Ornn for Soraka and then get in Jade, and then we'll be chilling, and we'll have 4 shapeshifter in. Dude, that gets me every single time. Okay, we had Trap Ball, which is nice. Nico 2 is nice as well. Okay, so now like we're going fast 9, I guess. This is good. Yep, I agree with that. Probably the perfect unit for it to be on, and I agree with giving it to the Yasuo as well. Positioning looks fine. Did we hit the Shroud? Oh, nice Shroud. Could end up winning us the fight, actually. We'll see. Our board's strong. I mean, wearing the meta TFT, it's 42% chance, but I feel like I feel like our board's stronger than theirs, but I mean, the Shroud is a big factor. Okay. 50 gold, or 50 HP here. I mean, yeah, you can pre-level it a little bit. 20? I probably would have waited 2 more rounds. I would have at least waited, like, if we take a horrible loss here, I could see myself rolling it down, but I would probably just wait 2 more rounds until 6-5. Just because I think our board is that good, right? I don't think it's necessary. Roll it all down here. Especially, like, if you're at 10 HP, then this play makes a lot more sense. But you're 50 HP and win streaking. What do you... I don't think you should be that afraid of just, like, you know, dying here. What you should be more afraid of is potentially, like, going second this game to, like, someone else capping out your board. But, I mean, it's probably just a first, right? So, yeah. Oh, shit. I'm 32 minutes into the VOD review? Okay, let's skip through a lot more of these fights. I tried to make these only 30 minutes long. I didn't even realize how much I've been talking. All right, I mean, good fight, good fight. Carousel... Warmogs is fine for frontline, I guess. I don't really care that much about his eye item. Okay, I guess I'll take another Renons, because what else are we taking? Static Shiv? Actually, Static Shiv is good, huh? Okay, I like Static Shiv there. Renons is fine as well, but actually Static Shiv is probably better. I mean, okay, we hit Shyvana too, and you win the game, I assume. From this spot, right? Do we actually lose to this guy? Ooh, because they hit Asol too as well? Okay. Interesting, interesting. We missed Shroud that fight, which was kind of crucial. We need to hit Shroud on this guy. Apparently, if we want to be... Okay, this guy, we should always be, right? They're Jade, and Shyvana just caps out way higher than Jade. So we wreck them, and then it's just this guy and us. All we have to do is hit this Shroud, and we'll win the fight. We're still a little bit random. I mean, it's a really good bruiser. We should probably try to tech in Mystic here to, like, start winning these fights, like a Bard plus Lulu. I mean, we definitely don't need Twitch in. It's probably out Ornn and Twitch for Bard plus Lulu, and that's our board. And second Yasuo is great as well. But getting the 50 MR on our whole team sounds really nice. That's just my thought, though. Because versus this guy, I think it's... That was interesting. We missed the Shroud again because we were worried about positioning this. They left their Asol in the exact same spot. I mean, if we lose this fight, it's just a positioning diff. If we win it, it's just because our comp's broken. Okay, we lose it. But we're still alive, right? We're 34, so we got 1 more chance. All right. I mean, it's just hit Shroud or don't hit Shroud. And I do think getting in the Mystic could have been a difference in some of these fights. I know it's like Ornn 2, and like the option is Ornn 2, Yasuo 2, but like I don't know. It's 50 MR for your whole team. All right, it's a better Shroud, even though we still missed the Aesol. Because at least we're hitting the Zoe too. Freaking Mana Zane. Oh, we end up like one-shotting the Aesol. I think probably because we shrouded the Zoe, so there wasn't as much CC. All right, and then we went out. All right, interesting game. I don't have too much time to go over the recap because I don't want to go super over time. Because I try to keep these to 30 minutes. I think the biggest thing this game is you actually played quite inflexibly. I think it is really risky to slam these items on Swain when it's very possible that you just roll it down and miss Shyvana. If you roll it and miss Shyvana this game, you are, I mean, it's probably still like fourth because our early game was good. But I personally, I I think you should play more for your current board. It also seems like the entire game you were playing towards getting Shyvana, which is surprising to me because you end up missing out on a lot of your stronger early boards just because you're thinking, okay, why would I ever play Cannoneers? I'm not playing Cannoneers late game. I'm playing Shyvana because I have the Morellos slam, but you can play Cannoneers with Morellos. So I think at the end of the day, the biggest criticism I have this game is on inflexibility. It worked out this game, but I would be interested in you sending me a bot 4 game, like a fifth or a sixth. And I'm absolutely sure I could say, okay, in this game, you played for Shyvana and you missed. You played for Aurelion Sol this game and you didn't hit Aesol, and your board was like a bunch of Astrals and you just died. I don't think the right way to play TFT is to play for some ideal future board that you hope to hit. The best way, in my opinion, to play TFT is play for the board you have now, and then also, have a game plan for the future. But here, this is playing for Shyvana and basically only Shyvana because we have Scorch. If you miss Shyvana here, it's really tough. And it wouldn't have even been that bad to slam Gwynsu's Quicksilver IE on Xayah here. We have a strong Xayah, and with that, we can go 9. I know Xayah is, not very good on this patch, but then we still have the Morellos for Shyvana. We can take an item off Carousel for Shyvana. Was there something takeable for Shyvana here off Carousel? I'd be interested to see, because my bet is, there's a decent chance that there's a good enough item for Shyvana here. Titans is fine. Edge of Night. Ideally damage. Titans would be okay. Even Sunfire's not that bad. Frozen Heart isn't that bad. Cavalier would be funny, but not very good. But yeah, I think we just played this game very inflexibly, and it worked out this game, but I think this is a very, first year 8th play style, and you're definitely going to have some games where you're bot 4 playing like this. That being said, it worked out this game, so good job getting a first, but I would say you should play a little bit more flex, a little bit more open in the future. That's my main criticism of this game, along with, all the other stuff I said, especially when it comes to early game, right? Okay, but that is going to do it for the VOD review. I went a little bit over time, but there was so much I wanted to say about this game, actually. Really interesting game to review, actually. Hope everyone on YouTube enjoyed, and hope you, the student, enjoyed as well. As I said before, if you want coaching, check out my Metafy. Everything's there. It's super easy. And you get discounts for Twitch and for buying multiple sessions, and sometimes even put out coupon codes. So check all that out, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Thank you. Bye.